everyone, welcome to the channel for new battle report. Second game of the Bavarian Team Championship. We were pairs against a team of multiple guys in the staff of the 9th Age, so it was really nice to meet them in real life. And especially I was paired against Darksky, who is one of the guys managing the data for the 9th Age. And I was willing to do an interview with him, so I will try to book something in the next couple of months with him. Because I would like to get in his insight on what he does and how does the 9th Age manage those numbers. What do they do with the data, to get more detail on that. So yeah, it was really nice to meet him in real person and even more to play a game with him. He was playing Dread Elves, so here my list, this was his list. So yeah, what we used to in Dread Elves, I mean it's around MSU at the moment for Dread Elves. So we have 2 fighty character, then we have 19 Spears together with the Altar of Yema. He was playing then in core double Corsair, who are very popular at the moment. He played also a unit of Shadow Riders. Then he had 15 Judicators with the Banner of Urlane, 2 units of Dread Knight, who are also quite popular because you see the price, I mean 350 for 10 Dread Knights seems really effective. Then they have a double unit of Yema, who are also very popular despite the little price raise, 10 RPs and a Mist Leviathan. We played Divide and Conquer on Encircle. Yeah, he's playing an MSU combat Dread Elf army. I mean, typically what's pretty meta for Dread Elf, what's working pretty well for them since a couple of months. For the primary, I was thinking this should be to his advantage because we are typically in a game, and you see this in the slide, I mean it's attack versus defense. I will be thriving on range damage and I need time for that and to make it work, to claim back the table, but early on when he has all his threats on the table, he should have board control and therefore an advantage on the primary. Secondary wise, I won the role, I went defender and I got the auto win, conserve the numbers. Like I said, really expecting this to be changed in March because I'm bored of this idea of the auto win of one secondary. And Dread Elf, he got settled the score, I need to kill twice my vassal levies, which is much harder than just keeping 3 banners on armies that have a lot of banners. Path to victory, pretty clear. For me it's range damage, for him it's combat. Yeah, here I think there is a mix for playing second, playing first. I think depends a bit on the context. On one hand, attack versus defense, you often like to start because it's one more turn of range damage before he reaches you. And the same goes for the attacker. He likes to start to be one turn sooner in combat. On the other hand, playing second on Divine Conquer is often quite good. And on Encircle, you can also take advantage first of the map. You can take advantage of the fact that you are choosing who is going to score by playing second. So there are also some advantage here to play second, plus the fact that you get a decent chance of getting conserve the numbers, which is an automatic win of a point in most cases. So yeah, here I decided for the defender when I took every aspect into consideration. Primary objective challenging, but I will hurt him big time with range damage, which meant it's a slightly positive matchup for me. I think it's always has a risk for Infernal Dwarves, and I think those Elves matchup can be quite interesting, especially Sylvan Elves and Dread Elf, when the Dread or Sylvan player is playing quite aggressive, because yeah, it's going to put on the pressure Infernal Dwarves, and they have to do a lot with the range damage, get a proper defensive setup, and get the counter push going to challenge the primary. So these are always going to be interesting matchup, very interesting matchup. Deployment wise, yeah, I picked the big center, I gave him the impassable. We have a field in the center, so a good map. This field also as well could be interesting for me, so I put him on top. He dropped everything for first turn, which makes sense. He went with Dread Knight, RPs, Corsairs, Yema in the back. Another unit of Corsairs, I think this was the Spear with the Altar of Yema and the 2 characters. Other unit of Yema, the Mist Leviathan. Behind you have Judicator here. The other unit of Dread Knight, and on the far right you have the Shadow Riders. On my part, I went with, on the left, creating a 1-to-1 battle that I could take, which was the Lugars inside the ring. If he charges me, he gets DTs. That's a combat I should win. So I can stay here and score, and the same for him. Then I have my bull that can operate quite freely, try to target the zone around the impassable, target the zone close to the field where I get some rerolls. That's pretty nice. Here, if you take into account, my opponent didn't put much combat threat, so that's where I elected to place all my levies that want to be very relaxed for this game and just shoot with the bows as much as they can. So I place all my levies here that want to have a bit of a quiet time just shooting their bows. Bastion playing with the wall, obviously. Next to them you have the Lugos, double chariot here on the right to close the vanguard potential move and close up the flank basically. On the back I have my 2 war machines, the naphtha thrower and the rocket battery. Houston 1, as you can see, pushes hard into the map. Just coming at me basically. He gets, I think, -1 resilience on the Bastion, which didn't matter. Kill 1 Luga on the right with shooting, that's it. My turn 1. Nothing crazy. I move to the side with the chariot to get a bit of space. Holding the position in the center. I had to reform those guys because the Leviathan coming so close to me is going to get charges, and I wanted to be sure that I'm testing on 9 rollable with potential counter charges, so I'm fine with that. Pushing a bit the Lugas on the left, replacing the bull to be ready to counter charge in case he wants to come with Leviathan. My mage had to come out. I didn't want to get killed in combat, and to be honest, I'm pretty fine being out in this game because didn't matter much actually, because he didn't have really range damage to threaten me. Nothing else crazy in the magic phase. He dispelled Tidal Flame. I got Pyro Flow on the RPs. I kill 4. He make his check. Bastion and bows. So I put all the bow shots, I think all of them, plus the Bastion, plus the rocket battery into his Leviathan, which is going to be annoying for me. I managed to do 8 wounds to him, so which is little above average. The average is 7, but yeah, it's pretty fine. I was close to kill him, but he's still alive, which is not an issue. And then little mistake by Darksky. I got 24 inches here from the naphtha into the Judicator, which was, I think, easily avoidable for him. Could have been just a bit more in the back, and but I failed the 3+ because I got -1 from the Leviathan, which is at least no punishment for that for him. His turn 2, he comes hard at me. He sent the Leviathan wildly forward to chaff me, but also affect me with -1 to hit in case I would charge him and kill him in combat. Basically, I would still suffer the -1 to hit on the key phase for him, which is the approach phase, because next turn he will be trying to charge me. So he gets nice setup with the Legionnaires, the Spear guys in front of my Bastion, the Yemas on each side ready to support. He also pushes the Judicator forward. Those guys just stay as counter charge. He wanted to avoid me get an easy double charge, so he gave me like long charges here. Okay, and he redeployed his Shadow Rider to go threaten towards the Vassal Levies, which I think makes sense. He couldn't find a good spot for the Harpies without being easily taken out, so he positioned in a way that next turn he can really fly over me and forces me to manage them. And on the left, he was happy to keep the status quo. Magic phase, I got Hereditary on my Bastion. He got -1 armor save on the Vassal. He's going to kill 6 on the unit of 20 and 3 in the other unit with all his Corsair shot. On my turn, no charge. Yes, I have some charges, sorry, starting to speak French. Basically what I saw is I could double charge here with Vassal Levies plus the Bull, then overrun with the Bull here. He has no charge from the cavalry to my flank, so I'm not threatened by any charge. So I was pretty happy with that. Also, the Shadow Rider couldn't see me. He fled the second charge, so I charged first with Vassal Levies, he stayed, and then he fled the second one from my Bull, which makes sense. He fled all over here, make all the other panic check, and I redirect into the Corsair here, which also flee, but this gives me a little bit of breathing space towards this part of the map. I have a bit of momentum, cutting a bit his momentum. You see he has strong right half of the table, but this part of the map is giving me a bit of space to potentially also later push with the levies towards scoring here at some point. So yeah, that could be something, and also allows me to cover him with the levies and the Bull, look in the right direction. My Vassal Levies, they chaff his Corsairs, and I could make that his Yema, no, I think he could double charge me, but I was likely to hold, and I had counter charges in place, and also I was planning to throw a lot of shooting into those Yemas which are touching the field, which I think is a mistake for him, definitely, because I have Flaming Attack, Flaming Magic, and that's going to hurt big time. Here, just move back. I make sure that he cannot get into any legal position if charging my War Machine, so he cannot legally make the charge. The Chariot just reposition. In the magic phase, I get Tidal Flame, kill 4 of the Yema with a reroll to wound. Pyro Flow on 3 dice fails, he dispel like Dragon Roar. So yeah, would have liked to get a little Pyro Flow on 3 dice, didn't work. Rocket Battery, kill the Leviathan, so that's something less to manage. My Nafta is going to shoot at these guys, the spear guys, and I killed 10, which was huge. So big amount. Bow shots, yeah, I killed some Corsairs and stuff. And the Bastion finishes the Yema. Up to Eastern 3, so he double charged me with the Spears and the Yema. And I had a stand and shoot. He made me make the stand and shoot against the Spears, and I killed every guy in the unit. There were just the 2 characters left. I had, I think, 9 or 8 to finish, and I killed them all. So that was brutal, not expected. Gets into the combat. The Yema gets as well. He checked that he could reform in my front with 1 more model. The counter charge in the front, but they cannot really chaff my counter charge. He's going to push those guys forward, but not that much, and he's not into my quarter. I think he should have pushed a bit more and take the risk of me making one of those charge. If it's only one, that should be fine for him. He was a bit too afraid of the chariot, and in that case didn't push to score in my half, which is going to cost him. Yeah, puts the Corsair in front to chaff my counter charges in the flank. The bull is a bit too far away. He keeps the stalemate. He's going to rally later this ones and this one in Unruly and reposition the cavalry. The magic phase, he gets Hereditary. I think, yeah, he got a high roll. Hereditary in the combat was the one I wanted to dispel, but he got too big of a roll. I let that go. And the close combat, I kill only 2. He killed, I think, 5, 6 to me. I had 9 rollable, which I make, and now it's my turn to countercharge. So, that was the beautiful combat. My countercharge, I send the Lugas in. I charge also with the bull into the Corsairs to get rid of them. And I felt what could charge me after that shouldn't be too much of a worry. Reposition my mage. The Lugas on the left still keep their position. I reposition my chariot in case that combat should last. And here it was quite interesting case where my war machine would be handy, because he had a charge on a 5+. With these guys could also put the harpies with them and make it 5 Swiss ride, so start to be dangerous. But what I saw is I could put double war machine on them, which would make them -2 movement, and then it becomes an impossible charge, which I think is a very strong mechanic from those artillery sometimes, and here I could definitely take advantage of it. Just need to make those hit roll. I don't need to roll a 1 and no hit from the rocket, but still that should help me. What happened in the magic, I got the Roaring Dark in the Yemas combat, kill 3, failed the Pyro Flow, he dispelled Dragon Roar, Nafta kill 5 of the Judicators, Rocket Battery kill another one, which makes it charge impossible. Close combat, I think, yeah, I win by 3, but he sticks. I think that's what happened. I think I killed the Yemas, and he had only the altar left. Yes, exactly. He's turn 4, uses the harpies to chaff my Lugas. Nothing else really. Those guys, they start to push to score in my zone. They stay here to score in his zone. What else? And he moves all the light troop here to put pressure into my levies. Nothing else crazy, and unfortunately the turn 4 will be the last turn, because the game took quite long, so we are not going to play more than 4 turns, which is always a bit annoying. Hereditary in the close combat, he got and killed the levies with all the shooting, so he took that unit out. Close combat, I'm going to kill the BSB, I think, with the crush attack. Yeah, he's going to have a check to make on the 4, no reroll. I'm going to fail that. I'm going to catch him and be in a position like here. So really nice for me. It's my last turn. I'm pushing that way. I couldn't charge the Judicator because if he flees, I wouldn't be scoring in that quarter, so I wanted to be sure. So I just move forward to shoot him. Here I combo charge the RPs, obviously. Here I'm just turning around to shoot him, pushing the Lugas, so I'm scoring that one, that one, that one, that one. I mean all 4, which is enough to win the primary. Magic phase, yeah, I don't recall. I think I will be taking down one of those and make panic. Yeah, I think maybe I don't recall which one, but I think something panicked and something died. I killed those guys, that's for sure. I finished them with Bastion plus Nafta Thrower, which was nice, and then obviously killed the RPs. Ended up being a 20. Got a lot of points. He only took off me the Vassal Levies, and I got Divine Conquer and also the secondary, and that's how we ended up. Yeah, I think here big advantage for me than starting, which is always going to be something you can discuss, because starting is also nice, but I think this forces him also to come towards me, and I felt confident about that, and ended up working quite well. Hard for him to break the Bastion, obviously. That's where I know he can come and I can hold, so that's why I had in the first line the Bastion was the first thing he can reach. I was behind the wall, so distracting, which makes it easier for me to stick. And after that, just had the counter-charge checker, and I know that's kind of the recipe. Bastion holding, counter-charging is something that works. For the primary, I knew that counter-pushing was needed to win. He could have won it on turn 3 if he would have pushed a bit more forward, take a bit more risk with the Judicator. But then, obviously, I would have win it 5-6, so didn't really matter much at the end. But I think should have tried to win it early on. Early chaos from Leviathan was managed with the shooting, and yeah, range damage did hurt him big time. I mean, that was some hot dice between the NAFTA and then the stand and shoot. Wow, that was crazy good. So yeah, it worked pretty well. The result of the round was pretty good. We got 3 wins, so everything worked well for us. We got a solid win to advance into round number 3. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you liked it, and talk to you soon on the channel for round number 3. Take care.